Fade me in, baby.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure people expect us to be half naked when they hear that. That's why I always look at the camera and laugh.
Okay.
Fade me in, baby.
Okay.
All right, so I've got some pretty interesting topics this evening.
All right. Let's do this.
Let's freaking do this. Let's just like bounce off into this.
Dive in.
How do you dive? Do you are you just like a do you like dive and
head
go
first?
straight down, or do you
No,
oh, okay, so you're like a outward dive.
I don't go. No,
Mm-hmm.
my ears pop,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't like to go straight.
Oh, see, I'm the exact opposite. I want to go as far down as I possibly can.
No.
I want my ears to pop. Is that weird?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Some of the things we learned about it. No, it's not. To me, it's not.
To me, it is.
Yeah.
My body's different.
It is. It is. I agree. I'm just saying.
But you're also a fish. So.
I am. I absolutely am. I was convinced at like the age of 4 that I could breathe underwater. It's weird.
You got gills?
I swore I did. I just was really good at holding my breath. That's all it was. Mm-hmm. All right. So this is human nature. Human nature questions.
Like in the nature?
About human nature.
Okay. Shoot.
What do you think makes people believe in conspiracy theories?
What do I think people believe in conspiracy theories for?
Mm-hmm.
I believe people have lost their damn minds.
I think some of the conspiracy theories make fucking sense.
Yeah. Yes and no.
Our government's shady as fuck, okay?
So then that's not really a conspiracy.
They just admitted
as much as it is a real life event.
Okay, but think about all those people that were like, aliens are real and it's a conspiracy that they're hiding it from us. And the government was like, and then last week they were like, so they're real. We would just like to say, well,
we've been hiding this for 400 years now.
So that's what I'm getting at is it's like those people, are they really conspiracy theories? Because I think there's
dude, how many galaxies are there?
I don't even know. I'm not gone.
How many planets are there?
No. Do you want to hear my random theory on all of this?
Sure.
We're just a little teeny tiny speck in somebody's snow globe sitting on their desk.
Probably, other than the fact that we have to deal with the judicial system.
Well, that's part of what we've created inside of our snow globe.
That's stupid.
Honestly.
If we are literally inside of a snow globe,
yeah,
I'm gonna break it.
Okay.
I'm gonna break out. I'm gonna go break the glass and let it all just let the water just
drain the swamp.
Yep. Let me the fuck out of here.
Oh my goodness.
No. But yes, aliens, yes. I'm all about them.
Yeah. What about the conspiracy theories of
and call them aliens, call them whatever you want to call them. I believe there is life on other planets. Yes.
Amen. Yeah. And whether they visited Earth or not, I
don't know about that.
Yeah.
I do know that I have personally felt like I've seen UFOs.
Really?
Yes.
This is new information for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen stuff flying through the sky that I'm like, what the hell is that? Yeah. Sitting in a hot tub at night by yourself, and you're like, that's not a shooting star. It's moving too slow, and it's staying lit, and it's definitely not a fucking plane.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
and then it just disappears.
And what if shooting stars aren't shooting stars?
Probably not, because they just disappear too.
Right. They do. Yeah.
It's like they just shoot off.
Right.
In a different direction.
It's super weird. Yeah. Well, and I think, and I've said this before, that we owe the lady on the plane an apology.
Yeah. Would you like to announce it now? Lady on the plane.
We apologize.
From the bottom of our hearts.
I was with you. I didn't disagree with her. I was like, people who were like, and she's turned into a meme now, which is kind of funny. but also not funny for her at the same time because like it was a traumatic event for her. And now she's posted like, is she going to be able to get a job? Did she keep a job? Like, what's going on in her life now? Nobody's fucking heard from her. Like, I had seen another TikTok that was like from a friend of a friend of a friend. She went on a cruise and came home and then was like, what the hell is this? Because she didn't know she was put up on the internet.
Oh,
yeah,
on the internet.
on the internet. So like that was like the whole thing.
Interweb.
In the interweb, on the world wide waste of time, as Pastor Troy Brewer would call it. So she just like, yeah. So I mean, I do agree. Like maybe like we should give grace more often, and maybe aliens are fucking real because she went ballistic and was like, that guy's not real, and I don't care what you say. And then the government was like, yeah, they're not real, but they're here. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
we're not confirming nor are we denying the
no, they
fact
confirmed.
that you saw this.
Right. Yeah.
This image that we're showing you.
Yeah.
We also saw it.
Yeah. Yes. Something else. So no. Okay, so what about the conspiracy theories of like why somebody died? Like that's another big thing, right? And I think our government,
What do you mean?
I think
Dig into that a little bit deeper.
I think our government disappears people.
Yeah, they do.
And then it's like, oh,
but they're not really disappeared.
Yeah, or they didn't disappeared in how they
just
said
disappeared
they did.
into a different country.
You think that's what it is?
I think so. I think that happens more often than
I'm
not.
talking about the disappeared where it's like,
oh, I'm talking about the disappeared of the contractors. So government hires contractors to take care of things.
Okay.
And then obviously they've got to erase themselves off of the face of the earth.
It's a real thing.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the ones where it's like these high profile people, like, you know, are in a box, pine box. And it's like, did they really kick the bucket how they said they kicked the bucket?
Oh, well, I believe that happens every day the wrong way. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I think the government writes a different ending based off of what they need.
You know, this happened. I don't even think it's the government as much as it is even doctors. The doctors are literally giving the diagnosis of, all right, so for instance, say you had COVID, right? And COVID ultimately is what you got to begin with that started to kill you. But you ultimately died of a heart attack. So on your death certificate, you didn't die from COVID, you died from a heart attack.
But on your death certificate, it says COVID, even though you had the heart attack.
No, it doesn't say COVID. It just says heart attack. Died from a heart attack.
Really?
Yep.
That's interesting. But COVID's what kicked off the heart attack.
Yeah. Well, it's starting to shut down everything.
Yeah.
And then you ultimately go into cardiac arrest, have a heart attack.
Right.
But that's what you died from was a heart attack, not actually COVID.
Right. That's interesting. Yeah.
So you're not dying from what started it. You're dying from what
finished
ended
it.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't think about it like that. That's true. All right, next question.
I could go on for a long time on that one.
I know. If you could sum up the whole human species in 3 words, what would they be?
Oh, I don't even want to answer that.
I know, right?
I would offend a lot of people.
Do you think human nature is constant or it's molded by culture? I think it's molded by culture.
I would agree.
And I think that the culture is ever changing based off of what it is as a human race that we want to tolerate.
Yeah. You live by what you are willing to live with.
Yeah. Yep.
You don't have to. You choose to.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And there's so many like culture things right now that are happening that like, and I'm open.
You choose religion.
You do.
You choose how many kids. Now, you don't always get to choose how many kids you're going to have, but if you're planning your children, you're choosing that. You're choosing your partner. You're choosing your lifestyle in which you want to live.
So
you're choosing your income of how you want to make
Some, yes. Some cultures, though, you don't get to choose who you marry. Some cultures, you don't get to choose how many kids you
This is
have.
true.
The government decides how many children you get to have. Your parents get to decide who you marry.
Yes.
So, yeah, I think human nature is like you're molded by your culture. Like our human race is molded because you can't take someone from a culture of which they are given like I don't know, you can't take somebody who's like arranged marriage and then take someone from the United States where it's open choice or open selection, whatever you want to call it, and they're not going to have the same beliefs. They're just not.
No.
And they're not going to have the same experiences. You're just going to have two completely different cultures. And so us as a human race, like and to that, like you can't take someone from a first world country and a third world country and expect them to be the same. So we are, as a human species, our experiences. That's my belief. These are the kind of topics that I love. I love this stuff.
You love them.
I love them.
I love them.
I love this.
I like it a lot.
Do you believe in miracles? Unexplained miracles.
Do you believe in love? Do I believe in miracles? Yeah.
Yeah, I do too.
You know why?
Why?
'Cause I met you.
You're so sweet and cheesy at the same time.
I know. That's kind of cheesy.
It was.
However, I do believe in miracles.
I do too.
You know why? Because I've lived it. I've lived horror and I've lived happiness. And I believe the happiness came from a miracle.
You're sweet. I think that I didn't know what true happiness was, and I didn't know that true happiness existed. I didn't know that I honestly didn't know what it felt like. I didn't know that it was a feeling of which you didn't have to work for. I didn't know that it was a feeling that was just in existence. I didn't even know where to begin to look for it, but it was something that everybody talked about. And happiness was like this inanimate object that everybody else seemed to have. But no matter where I looked, how hard I worked on myself, it was never anything I could obtain. So, yeah, happiness for me is definitely something I'm not willing to sacrifice now, and I'm very protective over it.
Yeah.
And if there's anybody who's intrusive on that, like even so much so where if it's like your phone call to me is making me uneasy, I'm done.
Yeah.
Oh. If pressing a button meant you received $5 million, but also killed 5 people somewhere in the world, would you kill it? Would you push it?
Depends on who those 5 people are.
I'm not going any further into that question.
If they're bad people and they
Yeah.
deserve to go,
Like if they're already
if
on
they're
death row.
scum of the earth, bad
Yeah.
people, and they did something bad,
This is true.
it literally depends. For me, it depends on who they are.
Yeah.
If we're talking about a random 5 people
No.
that are good people, absolutely not.
No. Yeah. Yeah. That's my exact answer is it's like, well, is it just that? Is it just 5 people? Like why do I get to play God and decide 5 people don't get to live so that I can have $1 million?
No.
Like that's not right.
I'm not about money like that.
No, me either.
I'm just not. I'm not that person. There are people like that.
There are. I'm well aware.
There are very evil people like that are just about money.
Oh yeah. 100%.
And they would do anything for it. They would literally kill for it.
Yep. I do believe that. This next question is really good. What would be different if 9/11 never happened? Because we are coming up on that anniversary again.
This is a very interesting topic because I've seen this number a lot lately.
Really?
In different situations. Like, and this is going to sound very odd and strange, but church service is at 9 and 11 on Sundays.
Yeah, you're right. It is. I wonder what Mr. Troy Brewer has to say about the biblical numbers 9 and 11. I'm gonna look it up.
Did you realize that
No, I didn't.
till I said that?
So yeah, it's very true.
But I've seen this number in so many instances here lately, and that was just one of them that I saw just the other day because I ran across their Facebook page.
It's an angel number and it's all about change. Try doing things differently. Set a day to think about only positive thoughts or to look for the good in others.
And maybe there's a reason I'm seeing this number a
Seeing
lot.
9/11 means you've put in the work to elevate yourself, and the angels are proud of the progress that you've made. That I believe 100% for you.
Honestly, I've seen this, and I can't tell you the other situations where I've seen it. That's just the most recent one that I've saw.
That your brain went, what?
Yeah, it actually clicked and went, hang on. Why am I seeing this on a church? And this is what time church is. And why is that what time church is?
Yeah.
Why is that what the Sunday service time is?
9/11
then it really got me thinking.
Numerology means you experienced a spiritual transformation. 9/11 in love means it takes time to let go of what's holding you back. Man, all of this is striking with you because I know your story. For twin flames is a sign that your twin flame reunion and separation will lead to positive changes in your life. That ain't no shit. Your for soulmates means your intimate soulmate connection will occur soon. Shit, that happens every day. For careers, it's symbolism of abundance and upward momentum. Hell yeah, I'll take that. For money, it means you'll have a chance to grow your finances. I will also take that. For wealth, it means your well-being requires balance. We're working on that as well. So wow. This
Pretty
is crazy.
crazy, huh?
It is. So during pregnancy, it means you should put positive energy into the world to spark personal development before you transition into parenthood, which that's not part of our life right now.
No, but we do have September babies.
We do have September babies. That's right. Law of attraction, manifest your desires. In the Bible, it means completeness, faithfulness, might, and power. In Hebrew, it represents a date of observance and is a fasting day on the Hebrew calendar. I love the Hebrew calendar. Troy Brewer talks a lot about the Hebrew calendar, and he follows it actually,
Yeah.
which is really cool. Open Door Ministries and the Troy Brewer Ministries. If you guys want to go follow him, I highly recommend him for just listening to personal growth and the amazingness.
He's pretty awesome. I believe they have their own podcast as well.
I think they do. Yeah. Angel will appear in.
I'm not sure what it is. I'm actually going to look that up.
Okay.
While you're doing that.
So 9/11 explains the potential impact of your life. And so it says a message from your guardian angels, a rebirth, a new beginning, and letting go of old baggage. And I think that we are both doing that right now, which is phenomenal.
Yeah, so if you go to troybrewer.com, he's got podcasts.
Okay, there you go.
In case you guys are wondering, I will show a picture of him.
There you go. I don't know if you can see that. Go to your camera and then show it because your camera zooms in on you.
This is like a whole thing to do. It's not... So
there he is. There's Mr. Troy.
Trying to get it out of
the glare.
Yeah. So there's Troy.
Yeah.
This church does amazing things.
They do.
They go to
Uganda.
Mm-hmm.
They go to Mexico.
They literally pull children.
So they go to
out of porn slavery.
Yeah. So they go to Matamoros, Mexico, and they will actually purchase the children from the dumps. And they will go and they will pay off these children's debts. Children should not have these debts. Children should not, but they do. And so they pay off these children's debts and so that they can be released, and then they bring them into their orphanages and they get them
They bring them back here.
they bring them back and they get like
So they have a ranch here called Redemption Ranch,
mhm,
and they let these children literally build a life.
mhm. He's an amazing human being. Him and his wife, Leanna, are doing amazing things. So Leanna heads up what's called Spark, and and stands for something, but I can't remember what it is.
Yeah, they have the sparks for it.
Mhm.
Sorry. Try to switch cameras back. This switcher. There we go. So yeah,
I think it's
our church is pretty badass, and I can say that.
Mhm. Yeah, cuz
You know why?
you know why? Cuz he always says he's taking on hell with a water pistol.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find out what Spark stands for. We they
So we go to a non-denominational church.
Mhm.
Um, it doesn't mean that swearing is not still a sin.
No. So before you get too far off into this, so Spark actually stands for Serve, Protect, and Raise Kids Around the World. And honestly, I can truly tell you that's what they're doing from Mexico to Uganda to I mean, I don't even know all of the places of which they go to
They
protect
go
these
all over the
kids.
place,
They honestly do.
and
And
there's places that they won't tell you that they're going because they don't need to share that.
yeah, I agree. But so they do a lot of the work. So if anybody's gone to see what's the name of that Freedom movie that's out right now?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, so there's a Freedom movie out right now that's talking about look it up. You'll see what I'm talking about. Get your phone out and look it up. Um they do
Yes.
a lot to help get these kids out of that situation. So go look them up. That's all I have to say. But yeah, you'll have to look up the Sound of Freedom, I think is what it's called.
Sound of Freedom,
Mhm.
an official trailer. We gotta wait for the ads.
Mm. How many ads are there?
That's YouTube. That's how we get paid.
Mm.
Giving a child his freedom. Don't do it. You've done this for 12 years. My country, 'tis of thee. Why are you doing it? Just because children are not for sale.
Amen.
It is the fastest growing international crime network that the world has ever seen.
For Homeland Security, you know we can't go off rescuing Honduran kids in Colombia.
Yes, you can.
This job tears you to pieces. This is my one chance to put those pieces back together.
Yes, you have failed to bring me one real world lead.
It's over, Tim. Close up. Let's come back home.
So you quit your job and you go and rescue those kids.
It's all relative. No one else. And if this is your thought. So, he's gone. Do that. That's the sound of freedom.
Yeah. So I personally can't bring myself to go watch the film. I don't need to go watch the film. I've lived too much of this experience myself already.
In your personal life.
Yeah, and I'm just thinking, and I didn't know that this is where the conversation was going to go this evening, which is like,
You don't have to go too
But-
far.
like, go watch the movie and open up your eyes to what's happening around the world,
Open
into
up your
what-
eyes and open up your heart.
to what's going on, and partner with ministries like Spark, and partner with partner with ministries like Troy Brewer, who are already out and established in rescuing these children back and bringing these children back to safety and back to, I don't even know what else to call it, like sanctuary.
Back to life.
Back to sanctuary. Yeah, like
Really back to life. There are so many kids that they've got that are, when they get them, they are so closed off. They're so
Empty.
shut down. They're a
empty.
shell of a baby.
Mhm.
There are some of these.
Our church is very open with the pictures and the stories that they share with
Some
us.
of these children are just babies,
Yeah.
and they have already been raped,
Mm-hmm.
and it is disgusting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it makes me want to just unleash on someone.
Mm-hmm. It's sad. It's very, very sad. So go and
And
follow.
I just can't believe that there's people out there that do this to children, to
Mhm.
babies.
Yeah.
And even just,
Yes. And the fact that
there are
there's an
people
industry
that
for
are
it.
even in our own country that do this,
Yeah.
that will take a baby and throw it in the damn garbage.
Mm-hmm. Go follow.
I really don't want to get off into
No,
this
I don't either. But I just want
because
to
I'm going to
say,
get pissed.
just go and like watch the trailer for the movie. You'll understand and you'll decide if you need to go watch it or not. I personally don't need to. I've lived enough of it myself.
I don't need to either. I don't even
But
want to
Troy
talk about it.
Brewer Ministries and Spark Ministries, if you're looking for a place of like, I'm just one person, I don't know how to help,
That's
that's
how
where
you,
that's how you help. That's how you start. That's what you do.
it
so.
doesn't matter how much you give. Anything and everything that you give goes to,
Or even a share of what they're doing on social media, like that
yeah,
in itself.
anything that you can give to help that cause.
Yep.
Is huge.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so let me find the next question.
Yeah, let's get on something positive.
I got off like track.
That's, gosh,
I know. It's
I
really.
want to get mad. I don't want to get mad.
I don't want to either. Okay,
I don't like that mindset.
I don't either. Oh,
At the same time,
mm-hmm.
it's something that needs to be dealt with.
Absolutely, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Those people need to be dealt with.
Yeah.
The contractors need to go do their job.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a damn shame our government won't step in.
No. Nope.
The sad part is that we have the resources to step in.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it, I'm going to go off on this.
Oh gosh.
We have the resources to step in as a country because we hire contractors to go do this shit in
Yeah.
other countries,
Yeah.
but we won't take care of our own country and do this shit ourselves. This shit pisses me off.
We're not doing enough to protect our children in the United States or even across the world.
We had one big thing that happened recently that should have happened a long fucking time ago.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The Roe.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I got you. I know you're not wanting to jump off into that.
That shit should have happened a long fucking time ago. Why did it take so long for that to just that in itself?
Yeah.
In this country.
Yeah.
Of freedom.
Yeah.
And protection. And it's
Yeah.
still called laws.
You know, there's a lot to that. I don't.
But we We literally hire contract. I'm not even going to say the next word past that. Contractors to go
Mhm.
handle
Mm-hmm.
these people
Mhm.
for other countries, but we won't do it for our own.
No, and that begs the question of why. Why is our government not? That's the question, right? Is why are we not?
Are other countries hiring contractors to come
No.
here to take care of it? No, they're
No.
not.
But what I'm talking about is like why ultimately what it comes down to is
My
that
heart's racing. I'm just pissed right now.
the people who are participating are so high up and they're the people that are high up that decide what's a big deal and what's not a big deal. And that's the disgusting part. And so it's the little people who make a big deal that have to be really careful because ultimately the government, if you shine the light on the wrong person, they're going to turn the light off.
Well, they're going to turn your light off.
That's what I'm getting at. Mm-hmm. Do you think emotions are necessary for human survival? Or are they a burden?
Emotions are definitely necessary for survival.
Do you think intuition is an emotion?
Intuition.
Yeah. You know, like in your gut, like when your gut's telling you
When you have
something.
a gut feeling.
Yeah. Do you think that's an emotion?
Yes.
Really?
Do you not?
No, I never thought. I thought they were two separate things.
Why is it not an emotion?
I don't know.
There's an emotion attached to that because it's a feeling.
Yeah, I guess so.
Emotions are feelings, aren't they?
No. Are they?
Emotions aren't feelings.
I don't know. I gotta know. I gotta look now.
You don't feel your emotions?
Yeah, but just because you feel your emotions doesn't mean the emotion is a feeling.
Are you sure?
Somebody else has asked this questions. While emotions start as sensations in the body, feelings are generated from our thoughts about these emotions.
That's somebody else's perspective.
Or in
You asked for mine.
yeah, this is true. But then I was like, well, wait a minute. Like you challenged my thought is what you did. So then I was like, oh. I wanted to understand how you thought. And so then I wanted to challenge my thought and see what somebody else had to say. Not that I'm going to change how I feel or change how you feel. And I appreciate that this is how I work. Like I truly live my life in a way of like, I want to understand you. I want to understand everyone. Not that I am going to agree with you. Not that I am going to.
You don't have to.
I don't have to. But
We don't have to agree with each other. We just need to understand each other.
we do need to understand each other. But that's why
Not just us understanding each other, but we need to understand each other as people,
agreed.
as humans.
Yeah. So, or in other words, feelings are how we interpret emotions. We use the word feel for both physical and emotional states. That's interesting.
So, in that context, it is a feeling. Yes.
Okay, so I'm just gonna run through these.
How do you feel about that?
That
sentence.
made-
Do you feel like that sentence ties a feeling to an emotion? What you
No.
just read.
No, because I really don't understand it. Like I read it and I comprehended it, but I don't really truly like I would need to go to a therapist and be like, explain.
Explain.
Yeah, explain this to me. Okay, so emotions, specific reactions to certain events. To certain events.
To spurting?
To certain events.
What kind of spurting events we got here?
Include cognitive and physiological changes, emotions. That is what like I keep telling you is it's like I hate having this reaction when and it's usually via like a text message has come through or a message or an email, something like that. And I'm like, I hate the way my body reacts to this. That's an emotion. Help prime our bodies to act in a certain way and automatic and conscious and unconscious. And then feelings are perceptions of sensations in the body, not necessarily related to emotions. Feeling tired or cold, that's a feeling, I guess. Continuous readouts of our internal status and one component of emotion. So feelings are a component of emotion, but they are not the whole thing. is the way I understood that. I don't know. That was deep. You're so far checked out. It's unreal. What time?
I'm just letting you go, babe.
Oh, okay. We're only 35 minutes into this.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
And people have been looking at this guitar wondering if I even know how to play it.
Okay, go for it.
So I'm not gonna play it.
Mm.
I'm
Ooh,
just gonna hold it.
ooh, ooh, ooh. Would you want to permanently feel zero pain if given the chance?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
That would include emotional pain, physical pain, all of it.
Just physical pain,
Just
yes.
physical pain. So you would still want the emotional component?
Yeah, I need to feel that.
Yeah. I feel like that's necessary for development as a human.
Next.
If you could go back in time and give your parents advice before you were born, what would you say?
Sorry.
I would say, I would say,
You got your hands full. I
Just-
apologize.
just don't. I would just tell them like, don't even try.
Lord,
just-
Lord, I apologize.
Yeah, just don't even try. Because when you did try, it sucked. If you could erase one thing from existence, even the memory of the thing, what would it be?
God, do I have to answer that?
Nah. No. So your reaction to these questions tells me if I want to dig further into it with you.
Like, do you really want me to jump off into that?
No. If you could replace any job to be replaced with robots, what would you make obsolete?
Like, what do I not like to do?
Yeah.
Um,
I have a different viewpoint on this. I don't think I would want anything to be replaced by robots because I don't want humanity to be changed any more than what it already is.
yeah, but I don't think we have a choice to a certain degree.
I don't think we do either.
So I would prefer, if I had a choice, if I could build a robot to do
Uh-huh.
something,
Mm-hmm.
I would build it to clean the house
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
and pick up after everybody
Mm-hmm.
so that we don't have to.
This is true. Yeah, because children
Be
They're-
tornadoes.
they'd be messy.
Granted, they've been really good lately.
They've been amazing.
So we set this and jump off topic for a minute.
Sure.
Same topic, but on top, off, on, whatever. So, yeah. We set up all these chore lists.
I found the chip.
And they're not
I found the chip.
on your shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shirt snacks.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Mm-hmm. I'm out of coffee.
Great.
Mhm.
We
Keep going.
We still got another 45 minutes before
Mhm.
you get another one. Yeah. So the kids have chore lists
They do.
and they've done really great with it lately.
Yeah. I think it,
To the extent that they're like, can I do all of the chores for one person? Like there were one of the children had a friend over and they decided that they wanted to spend the day doing everybody's chores
Mhm.
and cleaning the entire house.
I know that won't last.
I know it
it
won't either.
last.
I loved it. Appreciated it. They didn't have to do that.
No. They got rewarded with snow cones.
Yeah. And I think they're looking forward to the reward at the end of whatever they're doing. I think that's ultimately probably what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that they enjoy it so much because it's
It's something to do.
Well, it's something to do, but
It's
it is.
inside.
I,
It's harder than crap outside.
yeah. I was gonna say because it's so like it's satisfying to them because it's so laid out step by step that like
And it's a task completed.
yes, like it's satisfying as us as humans to be able to go, I did that.
Yes.
Even if
And
it,
then check it off.
even if it's 12 steps long.
So we went through our entire house,
Mhm.
and I would encourage literally everybody to do this with their children, even though I know everybody has different viewpoints on how they parent their kids.
Mm-hmm.
But I would encourage everyone to do what we've done and go through your house. And we literally laminated these lists with, and every list has a little expo marker next to it. So whenever the task is done, they check it off. And the expectation really wasn't for them to do this daily,
No.
but we never really set the expectation of for when
Right. Just the
they
expectation.
it was just that it needed to be done and it needed to be kept up with, right?
Yes. The expectation was the way of which your room was found when they came home this week was the level of expectation that your room be kept at.
Yes. So now it's like every day, and that's going to get really extensive if that keeps going because there are trash bags
Yes.
with one item in it
I know.
going into the trash.
I know. I know. Yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
I'm just
At
watching.
some,
I'm
I am too.
watching.
And at some point, we're gonna have to go like, all right, stop.
Yeah. Your trash only needs to go out once a week or when it's overflowing.
Yeah. But right now, you're just kind of. I know you're letting it slide. I'm letting it
Mhm.
slide. We're both sitting back watching.
Yeah, absolutely. But no, they're loving it. And I love that it's like, hey, I don't have to go through and tell you and expect you to remember one, the steps, two, the expectation, or three, how it's done.
Yeah. And it wasn't like, all right, we're gonna sit here and yell at our children and go rah rah rah. You're gonna do this. You're gonna do this. You're gonna get grounded. No,
Hmm.
it's not how it went down.
No, we sat.
Everybody came home from the other donors,
Yes. Yeah. They all came home and
and then we had dinner.
mhm,
And then after dinner, we sat down at the table. Well, during dinner, we sat down at the table. We had a conversation during dinner. We didn't have the conversation about that, but then, like, as dinner progressed and towards the end of dinner, we started bringing it up and started talking about it.
yeah.
And they actually got excited about having that conversation
Hmm.
and wanted us to pull out all of the charts. And then everybody wanted to read what they were going to do.
Hmm.
And they've all really owned it. I'm really
Hmm.
proud of all of
I
them.
really am too. I'm very, very, very proud of them. And I love that like they're holding each other accountable too.
Yeah.
Like they're like, I did my chores. Did you do yours? Like,
Oh, and then yeah,
yeah.
so that sparks off the other ones.
Yeah,
It's actually kind of comical
it is. I'm very proud of
because they're
them
like,
though.
"I'm gonna go do mine."
Yeah, fine, whatever. I'll do it. Yeah. And they're all responsible for an even amount of responsibilities in the home. And like to the point where it's like, little Jade wanted the dog. He's responsible for the dog.
Yeah,
And then like I think, and I am so proud of him, I think this is the first time in his 10 years of existence he's ever washed his own bedding.
yeah,
I'm so proud of him. He struggled to make the bed, but
I
he
helped him.
tried.
Yeah,
But he tried. So I'm incredibly proud of him. He's just learning so much. They all are learning so much. Like they are learning teamwork. They're learning, what it takes
they
to,
help each other
yeah, they do.
too. So they'll go to each other and ask how to do something if they
Mhm.
don't know, instead of coming to us now.
Mm-hmm.
And we've taught that
Mm-hmm.
to them to try to bounce ideas off of each other
Mm-hmm.
instead of coming to us.
Yeah.
And then if they can't figure it out, then they know to come to us. We're
Yeah.
not saying that they can't come to us, right?
Right.
But it's important for them to try and work it out and work through it together.
Yeah.
And then if they can't figure it out, they come.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
and that's been a conversation that we've had with them as well.
Yeah. That's been really, it's been, it's just been so nice. Like I said, just recently, the way that our home has just flowed and structured and like what we're willing to put into place and to like maintain
Yeah.
And I love that they truly understand the expectation and that it wasn't like a yelling or a screaming match or
Well,
anything.
it shouldn't be.
No, it was just a true conversation. But not only then, but like putting the things in place.
So we talked about foundation, even with the kids.
Yeah.
And so obviously foundation is foundation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we talked about basically building a house, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you have to have good soil to build a house. In order to have good soil, you have to do certain things with that soil, and you've got to take the trash out of the soil,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you've got to make a good solid foundation under the concrete
Mm-hmm.
before you can actually pour the concrete.
Yep.
And so I believe that they're actually doing these steps,
They are. They really are.
and they're putting the work in to do these steps.
They honestly are. I am so proud of all of them. They're all learning exponentially on their own level and at their own speed, but you can tell they're all working hard.
Yeah.
And I'm just so freaking proud of all of them. And I really hope that people out there will take that part. Like I don't know, part of me like part of me wishes we would have like recorded the conversation that we had with the kids because it was good, but then the other part of me is like that was a really good private moment.
Yeah.
Like for us and our kids and the way that we all sat down together for dinner and just like I know that I cherish that moment for sure because I still think back on it and just grateful for that time and that moment and those attitudes and the mindset that happened that evening and how excited they were to take it on.
Yeah.
I don't know. But like you said, before they left, we did set the expectation of like, hey, when you guys come home, things are shifting.
Yes. And the one-on-one conversations are better too. Instead
Mhm.
of having the group conversation, you shouldn't call your kids out in front of each other. My opinion. This is really my opinion is if you're going to have words with your child, take them aside,
Yeah.
take them away from everybody else. It's nobody else's business. It's between you and the child.
Mm-hmm.
And if you need to correct something, you do it through a conversation, a very calm conversation, so that they understand it and comprehend it. If you're yelling at your child, do you think they're listening to you?
No. I know they're not.
And what else is happening whenever you're yelling at them?
They're shutting down.
And what else is happening while they're shutting down?
They're just waiting for you to be quiet.
And they're hating you.
Yeah.
You don't want your kids to hate you.
Mm-mm.
It's so easy to have a calm conversation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And to put the explanation of like the why, we don't use the because I said so in this house.
No.
And we've never had that conversation.
Hell no.
You and I have never been like, I don't think we need to use that. Like it's always just been from the very beginning, like you explain the why behind everything.
Yeah.
And that truly makes them, I believe, respect you because they're like, oh, okay, it's not about authority. It's not about dominance. It's not about domain. It's about they love and care and want to protect me.
Yeah. I
And-
want you to understand why what you said had relevance
Mhm.
on how it affected somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
And put yourself in that situation if it were to happen to you. So turn it around. Let that person say the same thing to you, and how would you react to it?
Right. Yep.
And literally put them in that place for a minute.
Yep.
Put them in that mind space
Mm-hmm.
and give them time to soak that in right in front of you.
Yeah.
Don't let them walk away and go dwell on it. Stay in the same room.
Mm-hmm.
Let it process. And then ask if there's any questions so that you can clarify.
Yep. Yeah. And then two, just explaining to them the baby's up. Explaining to them like, hey, it's okay to have those feelings.
Absolutely.
Let's just sit with the feeling. Let's just let the feeling out, whatever it is.
Or just let it brew.
Yeah.
It's fine to let it brew too.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Mm-mm. No.
And you're allowed to have feelings.
Yes, you are.
They're
And
your feelings.
and to that, you are also allowed to have feelings that are different than mine.
Absolutely.
I am
You
o-
are a different person.
I am okay with this situation, but this situation makes you angry. I totally get it.
Yeah, so let's wrap up this episode
Yeah.
for now.
Yeah. It's been good. We talked about a lot, but it's like the time is going by slow.
Yeah, it is.
That's weird.
I'm okay with this being
A little bit shorter.
yeah, I mean we don't have anything under an hour right now.
Yeah.
So let's grab one just shy of an hour.
Yeah.
We'll get it right at like maybe 59 minutes.
59 minutes. No, I think we're good. I'm excited for tomorrow. I'm excited for the things that are coming up. I'm ready for bed, honestly.
By the way, so I want to give context on where we're at because before we get up from here.
Okay.
So what is today's date?
Today's date is so it's before midnight. So we are August 9th, 2023.
So tomorrow is August 10th
2023.
and we have a podcast at 11 a.m.
We do.
that is going to change the trajectory of a whole lot of things, including our life and how we move forward as well.
Correct.
So when this podcast gets released, we will have already gone through tomorrow because this won't land until Tuesday or Wednesday of next week.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I can't wait to get to Tuesday or Wednesday of next week
Yeah.
and then follow this one up with maybe
Yeah.
a live.
Okay. I'm here for it. I'm tired. Today has just been, I think the adrenaline and excitement from today is wearing off.
Yeah.
So, for that, and I want to go cuddle my baby.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you
Well,
guys for tuning in.
Yeah.
Please don't forget to hit that like. I can't even talk.
Delilah.
Like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe our channel. Best thing you can do is share. Best thing you can do is like. Best thing you can do is subscribe. I am grateful for all of the things. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all of the subscribers. We already have all 48, 47. Where are we at?
And
Somewhere in there?
49.
49. That's amazing.
We're rolling on 10 a week right now.
Really?
Yeah.
That's phenomenal.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Sweet. Y'all keep doing the thing. We'll keep doing our thing. And we'll see y'all back here again soon.
Yes.
All right. You ready?
No.
Oh.
I also want to thank everybody.
Okay.
So, yes, please like, subscribe, continue watching, continue to tune in. There's a whole lot of great stuff coming up. We have other channels that I want to kind of point you guys in the direction of as well. So we have the Jennifer Clements on YouTube. We also have Feral Business Owners podcast
Mm-hmm.
on YouTube and Spotify, I think.
Yes.
And we also have Construction Solutions Group podcast on YouTube, and it's only on YouTube right now.
Mm-hmm.
CSG Construction Solutions Group will be the one that goes live tomorrow.
Yes.
That talks about the SEO and the change of Google and what our new ventures are moving forward. So
Yeah.
I highly recommend everybody going and checking out Construction Solutions Group LLC, that page, and the Jennifer Clements page. It'll be on that
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to the big things that are coming. And then also, too, there's another big thing coming at the very beginning of September for us.
Yes.
Very excited about that. But I'll leave you with the fact that you got to like, follow, subscribe, to
And
learn
find
more.
out.
Yeah. All right. You ready?
All right, babe.
Fade me out, baby.
Okay.